evening, my faithful reviewers! Brody Retro Reviewer here again, here to share my thoughts on the Back to the Future trilogy. But not only that, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the very first film, Back to the Future. Now, I did watch the first disc of the 30th anniversary trilogy edition, not the VHS release, which I might end up watching later this week. Oop, sorry about that. Experience the future all over again with the Back to the Future 30th anniversary trilogy. Join Marty McFly, Doc Brown, and a time-traveling DeLorean for the adventure of a lifetime as they travel to the past, present, and future, setting off a time-shattering chain reaction that disputes the space-time continuum. From the filmmakers of Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, and Bob Gale, this unforgettable collection features hours of bonus features and is an unrivaled trilogy that stands the test of time. Well, not wrong about that. What? Michael J. Fox stars Marty McFly, a typical American teenager of the 80s, accidentally sent back to 1955 in a plutonium-powered DeLorean time machine invented by slightly mad scientist Christopher Lloyd. During his often hysterical, always amazing trip back in time, Marty must make certain his teenage parents to meet and fall in love, so he can go back to the future. So yes, this is actually the one I watched earlier today. It's actually one of the greatest movies I've ever seen, and not gonna lie, it's been such a long time since I watched the original trilogy. Since I did own the original trilogy on VHS, but not the entire trilogy on DVD. And I know that Back to the Future Parts 1, 2, and 3 had their own separate DVD release. But hey, you can't blame me for owning the entire trilogy on DVD. So what do I think about it? I love it. Oh, come on, camera, focus. There we go. This is a great time travel comedy for all ages alike. It actually explores different time periods in history. In this one, Marty accidentally went back to the year 1955 and accidentally messed up his parents' meeting. So he has to do his best to get them together and save his future, along with Doc Brown, who was still young in the 1950s, tries to help Marty in his crazy time travel adventure. Still has some memorable characters, awesome lines, and most of all, the casting. Sorry about the blurriness, but seriously, who but Christopher Lloyd and Marty McFly to play Doc Brown and Marty McFly? No, seriously, name any other person in the world who could play these roles. I mean, those two are perfect for the roles. You know? And I just want to be clear, I am somewhat familiar with both Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd's careers. I know that not only that these two were in all three Back to the Future movies, but I do know that they were in other movies. Michael J. Fox was also in Teen Wolf, Mars Attacks, and Disney's Atlantis. And not only did Christopher Lloyd play Doc Brown in this film, as well as the other two films, but I also been familiar with his career, such as My Favorite Martian and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think I also have like another movie that stars Christopher Lloyd. It's in my collection somewhere. Yes. Angels in the Zone, starring Christopher Lloyd. That's a movie sorry about that. That's a movie I should probably watch someday, if I get around to it. Now, I have been familiar with the film's legacy over the years, spawning a cartoon show, which I have right here, a Back to the Future cartoon series, the comic books, even had his own video game, and we even get to see Marty and Doc in Lego form in the Lego Dimensions video game, which I assume you guys are already familiar with by the time you've seen this. But just in case you haven't, check out Lego Dimensions. It's an interesting game, or you can watch various videos of it. Just to prove a point. But other than that, it has a great legacy. I think that was also like a Broadway show based on the film trilogy of the same name. Right? I haven't been to one, but I remember seeing like a few promo videos on YouTube about a Back to the Future live stage show, even though I've never been to one myself, technically. But anyways, this film is great, and I do sorry about the coughing, just ignore it. So, the first film is great, and I do promise to watch the other two films on this DVD set, as well as watching the entire trilogy on VHS. Oop. And there's the DVDs. Back to the Future Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and a few bonus discs too. And I did look at the deleted scenes from the first film. And I'm guessing only 10 minutes and 45 seconds were cut from the film. Which means I guess the first film would have been over 2 hours long or something. Oh well. Thank goodness we have bonus features that shows the deleted scenes from a certain film and how it was going to be a little bit longer and what was originally going to be shown in the final cut of the film. But anyways, the Back to the Future film franchise is great, and I will get around to watching the other two films sometime around later this week or next week. And before you guys go, I still promise that I will do a review of Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. I'm sorry if I keep holding it off. I'm still trying to get a little bit better right now since, well, I'm still handling my health. Just thought I'd point that out since I know that you guys are already going to the comments section below and expecting me to, and just letting me know that I should still do a review of Space Jam 2: New Legacy. Which I still promise, okay? Just thought I'd get that out of the way. So guys, have you guys ever grew up watching the Back to the Future movies? As well as reading the comics, playing the video games? Or seeing the cartoon show? Let me know down in the comments below. Oh, and I almost forgot that I think back in the 90s, there was a Back to the Future ride at one of the Universal theme parks. I think it was Universal Orlando, Florida. And I think the ride is also a bonus feature. Yeah, there it is. The Back to the Future ride. Now, you can find videos of the ride all over YouTube. And I gotta admit, it looks pretty faithful to the original films. Thomas Wilson playing Bev came back. So does Christopher Lloyd. And I wish that ride was still around now, because I would have had the chance to check it out. No, same thing with the Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera ride. I mean, I know it has nothing to do with Back to the Future, which you are technically right, but I thought I'd just bring that up, okay? And if any of the Universal theme parks are watching this video, please bring back the Back to the Future ride for all fans alike, as well as the Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera ride. I'll let you think about it. Now remember, stay groovy, and the future is what you make of it. Yeah, I know I quoted that from Doc Brown. So what? Sorry if I sounded a little bit rude without trying to. Rick Scott!